this, I'll quickly walk you through a product prototype centered around the idea of supply chain optimization using GenAI. So here we have two deliverables. The first one is talk to the graph, where you can query to your graph database in natural language, and second one is simulation workbench, where you can simulate your disruptions happening around your supply chain, like supplier is disrupted or a price is changed and so on. So let's start with the talk to the graph deliverable. So I have a CPU alpha product in our supply chain, and I want to know where is it manufactured and how is it transported to where and when. So here I run this query, and we can see in the query, like the CPU alpha is a processor, and some of its components are named silicon wafer G1, and three companies manufacture it at different places in China, in Germany, and USA, in three different manufacturing locations, namely Shenzhen Assembly, Stuttgart Factory, and Chicago DC. So now we see how it is transported. So from the shipments we can see it is not transported using the sea routes, and using other routes we can see here using air mode it is transported from Shenzhen Assembly to Chicago DC in 3 days, from Shenzhen Assembly to Port of Shanghai in 1 day. Similarly, the CPU alpha generated and manufactured in Stuttgart factory is transported from Stuttgart via truck to Rotterdam DC in 1 day, and from Stuttgart factory to EU Distro Center to truck, which is a retail center, in 1 day. Similarly, the CPU alpha, which is manufactured in Chicago DC, is transported to retailer US HQ company, where it is retailed, so in 2 days using truck mode. So here we can see our query has been answered around the manufacturing and transportation data. Here is a graph related to CPU alpha and its related nodes, where you can see the related nodes here. And secondly, I'll move on to the simulation part now. So let's say there's a supply disruption, there's a supplier who is disrupted because of any reason in the world happening around, maybe because of a geopolitical tension or a tsunami or something. So this supplier is disrupted. So we select a company, let's say Chip Excel. We propose like it's disrupted for, let's say, 15 days, and we want to know what will happen. We run it and let's see what we see. Yeah, so here as we can see, the Chip Excel company has a product called Wi-Fi module 6E, and it will be delayed by 20 days, directly impacting the production of premium smart display and basic smart hub products. This disruption affects intermediate components in our supply chain, causing production delay for two final products as mentioned. And other options that we have, the mitigation steps to overcome our supply disruption, is there's a company called Premium Chips Limited, which offers a alternating sourcing option with a longer lead time of 22 days, but they have a medium risk profile. And yeah, so here we can see the impacted product, the product component, the final product Wi-Fi module. This is the product subcomponent that will be affected if this company is disrupted, and these are the final products that will be impacted: the premium smart display and basic smart hub. And this is one of the suppliers that we can choose if we want alternative suppliers. And this is one more which is present here, CPU alternatives. We can see it has lesser reliability and high risk, so that's why it's not good to choose this. One more product is getting affected by this, called memory beta 8 GB, and there's an alternative supplier for this also, called value memory, and with a low risk profile here. So we can see in our simulation, it gave us the downstream and upstream impacts of the final products and components what will be impacted because of this disruption in the supply chain, because this company got disrupted, and what are the different alternatives that we can have if this company got disrupted. And this is the graph. Here you can see all the dependencies and relevant nodes. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.